All right, let's take a look at this problem here. So Elena, again, has some bottles of water that each hold 17 fluid ounces. All right. And now write an equation that relates the number of bottles of water B to the total volume of water in fluid ounces. So Elena has some bottles of water, so it goes like this. So 17 fluid ounces. So one bottle, right? Number of bottles, right? Total volume. So we're gonna say 17 ounces, 17 fluid ounces represents one bottle. And like I said before, let's just think that this represents my y, and that represents my x, and this entire thing is my constant of proportionality, which is my k. So it goes like this: y is equal to kx, and right now ounces is my y value, right? And ounces though cannot be represented by y, it is represented by ounces, which is w, right? W in fluid ounces. So instead of y, I'm going to use w. K, which is 17 ounces over 1, which is a 17, right? 17 divided by 1, it's a 17. And my x represents bottles of water, which is my b. So my answer is going to be w is equal to 17b. And that's correct. Or, right, there's another way that you have to write it. The other way is y is equal to kx. And then this time around, we're going to flip it. We're going to say one bottle represents 17 ounces of water. And this is my y. I'll just use the same color here. That's my y, and that's my x. And this entire thing right there is my k. My constant of proportionality. So it can be y is equal to kx. And then y though is represented by b, right? Because of bottle is equal to k, which is 1 over 17. 17, and my x, which is ounces, and x is w in fluid ounces. So therefore, my equation, the second equation, is b is equal to 1 over 17 w. B is equal to 1 over 17 w. And there you have it. And that is the first one. So let's take a look. How much water is in 51 bottles? Okay, well, let's take a look. How much water is it? By the way, this kind of problem is really important, like for me, like when I go camping and stuff like that, and I want to figure out like how much more water we need per person, and we can like measure, okay, how much, does a person drink water each day in ounces, and then from there you can actually calculate how many bottles you need for the trip, right? And so this is pretty useful stuff, I'd say. So how much water is in 51 bottles? So let's take a look. So we want to use this one, right? Because we're given the number of bottles and we want to figure out what W is. So we know what the bottle is, and we just want to figure out what W is. So it's going to be W is equal to 17 times B, which is my 51 bottles, right? So it's going to be W is equal to 17 times 51. And water is that's going to be 17 times 51. 17 times 51. It's going to be 867. So that's going to be 867 ounces for 51 bottles. So 867 ounces for 51 bottles. And that's pretty cool. We can figure out how many ounces there are, right, using this equation that we wrote previously right here, like that. And then we finally got this one. So how much water is in 51 bottles? 867. And then there you have it, 867. We good to go right here. All right. How many bottles does it take to hold 51 fluid ounces of water? So, well, let's take a look. So this represents ounces, and we want to figure out, right, how many bottles, right? So if it was B is equal to 1 over 17, and then gives me 51 fluid ounces of water. So 51 ounces of water. So 1 over 17 times 51 over 1, because any whole number could be made into a fraction. So that's going to be B is equal to 1 times 51 is 51 over 17, because 1 times 51 is 51, 17 times 1 is 17, and 51 divided by 17, 15 divided by, or 51. 51 divided by 17 is 3. So B is equal to 3, which means for 51 ounces, 3 bottles can carry that much. Right? I think that's pretty cool. All right. So, and right there, 3 bottles, right? And so, and that is it for this quiz. And if you want to check it, you can like do this thing where you do 17 ounces over 1 bottle, because this is our constant proportionality, and then you want 51 bottles, you can multiply 51 on the bottom, and then you can do it that way if you like, if you don't like to use the equation, but they are asking for the equation. So that's what I did. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.